What's up, guys? Welcome to Touchdown Talk, where everything and anything football goes. I'm your host, Jason, and let's get right into our Week 13 game picks. We are already on Week 13. It's been a wild season. Thursday night, Seahawks and Cowboys. The Cowboys are rolling, but the thing is with their season, they haven't played a good team yet. I don't know when the Cowboys are going to start showing up against good teams. They're probably going to make the playoffs as a wild card team. Seattle has been struggling. They just got blown out by the Niners. I don't know why I'm going to do it, but I'm going to take the Seahawks. I have no good reason to. I'm just going to take them. I think they might be able to bounce back after a terrible week last week. No Kenneth Walker. It's still going to hurt them. Dallas will probably win the game, but just for some reason, I'm going to take the Seahawks. Next is the Cardinals and the Steelers. Cardinals, I've talked about this before. I don't like Kyler Murray. I don't trust Kyler Murray. I don't think Kyler Murray is the answer at quarterback for the Cardinals. Pittsburgh, no Matt Canada, their highest yards last week, over 400. The Steelers' offense is going to start to get going. No matter what off-field problems there is with Deontay Johnson and the team, the Steelers are going to get the win at home because Matt Canada's not there, the offense is rolling, and the Cardinals are not a good football team. Falcons and Jets at MetLife Stadium. Man, is that turf a killer. Aaron Rodgers, Laurent Tardif, and now Jalen Phillips all down with Achilles injuries on that turf. Hopefully we don't see another one, but man, it's hard not to in that stadium. Falcons go there to face the Jets, and the Jets couldn't do anything last week. Tim Boyle at quarterback. I would expect him to start this week. No news as a change yet. I don't know if they're going to go back to Zach Wilson. I don't see them going back to Zach Wilson. So it looks like Tim Boyle, that offense couldn't do anything last week against the Miami Dolphins if it wasn't for, a big turnover and the Jets scoring because of their defense. I don't know if they get in that end zone at all. Atlanta, they're not a good team. They're winning their division, though. Terrible NFC South division, but I think Atlanta gets the win in this game. Next is the Broncos and the Texans. I'm on the hype train of C.J. Stroud. They deserved to win last week. They just came up a little bit short. Couple bad plays from Stroud. Denver is on a heater right now. I don't think it matters. C.J. Stroud and the Texans bounce back at home and bring the Broncos win streak to an end this week. Detroit and New Orleans. Detroit just got embarrassed by the Green Bay Packers last week. It wasn't great. They come back against the Bears, they get a win, and then Thanksgiving, the Lions 0-8 in their past 8 on Thanksgiving. They're not good on Thanksgiving. I thought they were going to be able to get it done against the Packers team that's not great. Now they face a New Orleans Saints team, which has been shaky recently. I'm taking the Detroit Lions to bounce back in a big way. Very convincing win over the Saints. I think they can get it done. Colts travel to Tennessee to face their rival Titans. And the Titans don't look good. The Colts are in the playoffs as of right now. They snuck in over the Texans. And I think they're going to hold that spot for one more week. I think the Colts get it done in Tennessee. I don't trust the Titans right now in their offense. Derrick Henry's the only guy doing something, and you can't win games like that anymore for the Titans. Chargers and the Patriots. This is an interesting one because there are rumors that Bill Belichick will be the coach of the Chargers next season. I would think Brandon Staley is fired after this year. He is not a good coach. He's shown that week after week for this team. Close games, losing 5 games this year. The Chargers have lost by 3 or less points. And it's been Justin Herbert, but it's also been the coaching. Now, I'm a huge Justin Herbert supporter. I believe in Justin Herbert. I think he's still a top quarterback in the league. But he just hasn't been able to get it done when the game's on the line. Those last-minute drives, he hasn't been able to get Cameron Dicker in position to tie games, win games. He's been struggling. The Patriots, they look atrocious. They're one of the worst teams in the league. My power rankings are out on my Instagram. Go check them out. Patriots, I have them at 31 on my list. Whether it's Bailey Zappi, whether it's Mac Jones, they're throwing interceptions to the New York Giants, and Mac Jones getting benched yet again. Don't know if they're just going to bench him for good or if this routine with them is going to continue, but either way, the Chargers are going to get this win. I don't see why the Chargers lose to the Patriots. I really cannot see it happening. I think the Chargers are a good team. They just got to be able to put their stuff together and get on the right ship because the playoff boat is leaving and the Chargers are trying to catch it, but it's faster than them and it's getting away from them really quickly. Miami and Washington. Washington's an interesting team with what they've done this season with trading their guys away, winning weird games in weird ways. But Miami's just a wagon. Yes, I know the doubters are going to say they haven't beat a team over 500. And yes, that's true. But neither of the Cowboys. So if you're going to give the Cowboys hype, you got to give the same hype to the Dolphins. The Dolphins' offense is something special. Tyreek Hill with his hand injury, he's still out there performing. Jalen Waddle out there. They did lose Jalen Phillips. It's going to hurt their defense, but I think they're going to be able to rally around that. They're going to travel to Washington. They're going to beat Washington, and they're going to get this win to stay in first place in their division that they're kind of running away with Buffalo just continue going downhill in their play, which is not a good look for the Bills. Carolina and Tampa Bay. Carolina, they're the worst team in the league, and it's proven. They just fired their coach, Frank Reich. I kind of want to take them in this game because I feel like, man, when those interim coaches come in, the team just finds a way to get the win. Tampa in third place in the division. They were leading it. They're looking good. The game's in Tampa Bay. Tampa should win this game, but it's something about interim head coaches. I'm going to take the upside. I'm going to take the Panthers. I just think it's something with interim head coaches. When they come in for their first week, they get the win. Just like the Raiders did when they fired their coach. They came in and they got 2 straight wins against the Giants and the Jets. I think the Panthers might be able to get this win. It's a divisional game. Anything can happen. And I think with an interim head coach, the team's going to be out there. Bryce Young's going to be able to put it together. If it's only for one game, then so be it. But I think this is the game that they get it. Browns and Rams at SoFi Stadium. The Browns don't have a quarterback. It's that simple. And it's tough because Dorian Thompson was playing good. And I thought the Browns were going to be able to go on a run, especially with their defense. And their defense still keeping them in games. But for Cleveland, P.J. Walker, I don't think he's going to be the answer. And Nick Mullins isn't the answer. So I don't know what's going to happen with the quarterback situation. But if Dorian Thompson isn't there, then the Browns aren't winning games. I'm taking the Rams, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Matthew Stafford's still there. They still got Aaron Donald on that defense. The Rams, yes, they have not played up to their potential. But as of right now, they're fighting for a spot in the playoffs, and I think they get a win this week. 49ers and Eagles, the game of the week. Man, I can make a whole video on this game itself. This is going to be a wild game. Sunday, 4:30 at the Link in Philadelphia. And the Niners are coming to this game with a chip on their shoulder. They are talking about last year, and the players might say, oh, it's just another game. No, it's not. Last year, the Eagles annihilated the Niners in the playoffs 31-7, and the talk was Purdy got hurt. Then Josh Johnson got hurt, and Nick Bosa was banged up, and Fred Warner was banged up, and then they couldn't throw the ball. McCaffrey was at quarterback. The Eagles played outstanding in that game. They played outstanding last season. This year, coming into this game, the Niners are on a roll. The Niners have the hot hand. The Eagles, they're in the so-called gauntlet that people are talking about. They beat the Chiefs. They beat the Cowboys. They beat the Bills. They beat the Dolphins. And they weren't convincing wins. They were last-minute drives last week. It was the game of the year. The Eagles beat Buffalo in overtime. Jalen Hurts running down the field and huge block by Jason Kelce. If you go back and watch that video, there is no way they score without Kelce making that block. He is the best center in the league. He's probably the best center of all time. But this Niner team's coming with a chip on their shoulder, and the trash talk is real. Debo calling James Bradbury trash. Hassan Reddick saying that last season and this offseason, it's all talk. And the talk and the trash talk between these two teams, it is becoming one of the true rivalries in the NFL. Now, yes, the Eagles and the Cowboys are a huge rivalry because they're division-wise, but the Eagles and Niners go back and forth with winning games. And the Niners beat the Eagles last year in the regular season. The Eagles beat them in the playoffs. Now it comes to regular season at the Link, and with Hassan Reddick and what he said, it was true. Last year it was all talk. It was all boo-hoos. It was all what if this, what if that. And that's what the Niners were saying. And they go to Philly. They're running up the Rocky Steps. They're celebrating on top of the Rocky Steps. And we knew what happened last year when teams did that, and it's not good. In this game, at the Link, the Eagles and the Niners, all the talk of the 49ers. They're coming in with a chip on their shoulder. They're coming in for revenge from that playoff game last year. But it doesn't matter. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to quiet the 49ers. They're coming in with all this aggression and this wanting to win and get that win back. And we didn't have Purdy. We would have won the game. It would have been different. Debo last year said it wouldn't have been close if Purdy didn't get hurt. The Eagles get the win in this game. The Eagles beat the 49ers at the length. And the Eagles will quiet down all the Niners fans and all the Niners players with a win in this game because Purdy will be playing. And unless he gets hurt again at the length, if Purdy finishes his game and the Eagles get the win, the Niners cannot speak anymore because all the trash talk that they've done, I think the Eagles hear it, and I think it's going to be different for them. I think they hear it, and I don't think it's just another game. For the Eagles, it might be. I think the Niners have all the aggression coming into this game. But you're at the link. We saw Bills players go after Eagle fans last week. Just imagine what Eagle fans are going to be doing this week. The place is going to be rowdy. It's going to be loud. And the Eagles will get the win over the 49ers at home and continue the win streak in this gauntlet that has been thrown at them. It might not be pretty. It might not look good. But in the end, Jalen Hurts will wield the Eagles and get them the win against the Niners. Kansas City, Green Bay, Sunday Night Football. Going into this game, it's obvious. The Chiefs are the better team. The Packers at home. The Chiefs have to travel to Lambeau. Chiefs are coming off a weird stretch. I don't see the Packers winning this game. I don't care that it's in Lambeau. The Chiefs are the better team, and I think they're going to get the win over the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. Monday night, Bengals and Jaguars. I'm surprised this game hasn't been flexed yet. The Bengals, Jake Browning at quarterback, no Joe Burrow. I think if you're looking at this game preseason, wow, what a game. Last year, a rematch, Bengals, Jaguars, great game. But Jake Browning is at quarterback. This game's not going to be close. The Jaguars beat the Texans, and now they're going to come in, and I think they might blow out the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't see the Bengals putting up a fight at all. So this game, now that you can flex Monday Night Football games going forward this year, I don't see why they wouldn't flex this game. I maybe move the Eagle-Niner game to Monday night. Maybe, I don't know what game you could move. But I don't see why you would put the Bengals and the Jaguars on Monday night. I don't see the reason for it. I think even Cleveland Rams might be a better game for Monday night. We know that Monday night has been atrocious to watch this year. I mean, we are coming off a Bears-Vikings 12-10 game. The Vikings score a touchdown and lose because of 4 field goals that the Bears scored. Just a terrible game to watch. It was boring. It wasn't pretty, but it's football. We watched it, of course. So, Monday night games have been ugly. I'm taking the Jaguars in this game, obviously. And those are my picks for this week. I have a pretty good record this year. Coming off of a shaky week last week, but I'm looking to bounce back this week. Let me know your game picks in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, and I will see you guys next time.